Okay, I think we're all set. Thank you, Glory. Oh, I'm gonna show you, honey, okay? Glory Wheeler, my director, folks. So, hi, I am Meg Beth Scott, playwright, and I want to welcome you to this celebrity-filled fundraiser in support of my new play, Swing Low, Sweet Harriet, which I hope to present for one glorious night only at Sparta's Progressive Playhouse, stage left. My hope is for a real live production, none of this Zoomerang business, to be directed by Glory Wheeler. And I am so excited to tell you that it was written for and will be starring our own local equity actress, Harriet Tudor Horn. Yes, nabbed her, star of Bubbles for Bathsheba herself. Barlow, honey, would you play a little bit of the opening number from Swing Low for us? Gloria, I'm going to, pan over to my husband, the very talented Barlow Bloom III. A couple bars, okay, honey?
No!
Well, all right. You see, he's still a little cross at Harriet. You see, while I've been hashing out this guest artist agreement and dealing with, paymaster services and all that kind of stuff, Harriet has graciously agreed to star in my production for a flat fee of $25,000, which I think is perfectly reasonable. But my husband, who of course is also my musical director and pianist, adamantly disagrees, which is why I'm afraid Harriet will be performing a cappella this afternoon. I mean, let's face it, $25,000 is just a drop in the bucket for Harriet, but it's a tad bit ironic, you see, because it has emptied out my nest egg entirely and is the sole reason I've been forced to put on this fundraiser in the first place. But never mind. Everybody else is performing for free or for a batch of my world-famous cheesy dreams. And I'm sure all of you watching today will dig deep into your pockets in support of my new play/musical, Swing Low, Sweet Harriet. Please? Please. So, let me tell you about the amazing local talent that, along with our doyen, will be strutting their stuff for you this afternoon. First up is Joanne Buenavista, former head of the George Bernard's, Sparta's short-lived Shavian Society. We all know the unfortunate fate of the Bernards when Joanne played a rather minor Barbara. But she jumped right back in the saddle by forming the Mary Chasers, devoted to the work of my fellow late playwright Mary Chase. Fun fact, did you know that Mary Chase wrote 13 plays and 3 screenplays? No, I didn't either. Joanne will be performing a monologue from Harvey, as usual. Oh, you all know Danny Burnham, beloved drama teacher at Sparta High School and the developer of the rage method. It's based on anger, you know, which we've all got an awful lot of these days, haven't we? Danny's motto is, you've got to piss him off to get him to act. Terribly cathartic. Danny and some of his gifted students will be screaming at us later. Danny's fellow amateur acting coach, Aida Blodgett, will be doing a demonstration of the Viola Spolin method. Do you know about that? According to Aida, it's an expansion, and if you will, an elevation of Miss Spolin's theater games fixation. I mean, say what you will, but I personally find theater games to be an excellent time killer, especially for those of us like Danny and Aida, who must teach on the side. Aida goes on to explain that the Spolin technique focuses exclusively on theater games, and because of that, eliminates any sort of academic structure or actual theater production of any sort, you see. It's all games, nothing but games, which naturally is terribly useful during these bleak times. I'm sorry to report that Sky Fox, the artistic director and principal benefactor of the Stage Left Collective, future home of Swing Low, Sweet Harriet, if all goes well, tells me he's far too busy learning Sanskrit for his upcoming outdoor production of the epic Shakuntala to be with us today. Plus, he's been confined in his library since February 2020. But he's been kind enough to send us a little video. Shall we watch it now?
Word on the Art of Pretense by Sky Fox. We all pretend, not just as artists, but as people, and particularly as people who call ourselves artists. We pretend we don't treat anybody differently just because of their fabulous talent, their smashing good looks, or their explosive and persistent popularity. When we find ourselves alone, we pretend it doesn't hurt us when our so-called audiences don't make the time to come and see our multi-gravitational aerialist exhibitions, or our Nepalese shadow dances, or our readings, our concerts, our performance art, all of which were done just before this virus struck. Those happy days when only 15 cases had been reported, plus that cruise ship in the Yokohama port. They didn't really show up then, our audiences, either, did they? Bless them. And we pretended it didn't matter or bother us when our emails were ignored again and again and again. Who cared? Who cares? Who cared then? Who cares now? We only do it for ourselves, do we not? Our stage blood, flops, sweat, and tears on cue are shed only for our fellow artists. Isn't that right? Who cares? Who cares? Well, I submit we all do. Oh, fuck that. There is no we. I do. I care. I, artists, care. I care, and I will not forget. And here's the biggest pretense of them all. You want to know about pretending? Well, I pretend with all my blistered heart and soul that I do not desperately despise each and every one of you. Have a nice show.
Well, such a powerful curtain speech. It's just as well Sky couldn't be with us today. You know, for some reason, I'm reminded of a conversation I once had with Harriet. She told me that she had a dream that she went to theater heaven. Like a home for old actors, I asked. Harriet looked at me very sternly for a very long time, and finally answered, I said it was heaven. There are no old actors, just young parts. Which is why she makes the big bucks, one way or another. Well, if I go on with introductions any longer, we won't have any time for the wonderful acts we've assembled for you this afternoon. So without further ado, lean back, relax, and enjoy our fundraiser for my exciting new play with music, Swing Low, Sweet Harriet, featuring a very expensive appearance by Harriet Tudor Horn. Asterisk. Member, Actors Equity Association. So hi. Thank you again for joining us a couple of nights ago for our fabulous fundraiser for my new musical, Swing Low, Sweet Harriet. We came in at a little over 4 hours, largely due to some technical glitches, so thanks for staying with us. This is pretty remarkable. We've tabulated all your contributions, and the results are in this envelope. Oh, I'm so excited. Barlow, could you give us a little fanfare, honey?
No!
Da, 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 bo, 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 and the Tony goes to. I'm being a little silly. Okay, I am proud to announce that our final total is $15.17. Yay! No. Thanks for the pocket change, y'all.